Sports talk on the aisle. All signed at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Into the building for the first time after the shooting. It was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
This is the Sam Hoiberg Show, coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Nebraska basketball's Sam Hoiberg.
All right, welcome into Ticket Weeknights. This is the Sam Hoiberg Show. I'm Harrison Arns running the board. We got Sam, obviously the host of the show, here with us. And Sam, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest that we got in studio today?
Well, this is former manager / college basketball player and now GA, Paid in Borders. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. This is great. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I think we got some NBA talk. We'll probably dive in a little bit about your guys' nice start here as well. And then maybe even NFL at the end here on the last 5 minutes.
We can talk college basketball too.
Yeah, sneak in some college basketball for sure. But where do you want to start college basketball? Or do you want to go straight in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to talk about Maine.
Beating
Boston College. Yeah. They're not bad.
No,
at all.
And what is it, Jedi? He had 3 points last night.
Yeah,
and he pulled it off. So solid team.
Yeah, they're ranked, like I was looking at KenPom, they're like 351 to 354. I was like, no way. Like after we played, like they're hitting shots, like they look really well coached.
Right, absolutely. So, and he was at Boston College last year as assistant coach. So. Yeah,
they're not bad. They may help our strength schedule more than people think.
For sure.
And Omaha was up 20 on Idaho at halftime.
Yeah,
won by 7, but they're not bad either.
No. That I will say, Maine surprised me a little bit.
Yeah,
I thought like that was a game. It's like, okay, you guys got to take care of Maine, and then it's like, oh, Maine's actually, they got some, they got some skill to them. Because the final score of that game was 69-64, and they pretty much just played him down to the wire. They beat him in the first half, 34-30. Second half, 35-34. So they basically just kept it steady. One thing with Maine, it's just pretty consistent. Their leading scorer for that game was Kellen. He had 17 points, 10 boards. But, I mean, that's just a team. You kind of look, even when they played you guys, I want to say it was pretty much all around. Yeah, like, they don't have one dude that they just look to score. It's pretty spread out even.
Yeah, Jedi, the shooter, hit 6 of them versus, I think, 6 or 7.
Right.
He hit 7 threes in their exhibition, so we knew.
Yeah.
He just hit tough shots, and then he was like 1 for 7 last night.
Yeah, didn't hit anything. Right.
Lakers should draft him, maybe.
Yeah. Help him a little bit.
That's what they need.
But and that big dude, 11, he was shooting it too.
Yeah. No, yeah, right.
I mean, I won't say we're playing good defense by any means, but I don't think they missed a shot for like a 5-minute stretch there at the start of the second half.
They were red hot. I don't know for how long it was, but I remember I was watching it and they were just red hot for a solid 4 to 6 minutes there.
Even when you're playing Big Ten teams, you don't see teams get that hot very often.
No,
they just don't miss a shot, even if they're wide open. Like,
yeah, it's scary too. You can see it when guys are in rhythm. Yeah. When it's just when there's zero hesitation, and then you just already know.
And they move the ball really well. You can tell it was just popping. And I'm just glad we took care of business there because they're not bad.
No, I think they'll have a few more games, surprise games. I think they're a pretty solid team. So.
Yeah, the next games they got coming up here, they got Columbia, Central. I'm trying to look at the next big one. They will play Ohio State December 21st. So that'll be another good test for them. Yeah, another Big Ten. See kind of how they match up. But yeah, kind of just looking at their schedule. I mean, you might be the toughest team they play to kind of open up the gates here outside of Boston College. Otherwise, everyone's kind of in that same range. But any other college games that really stuck out to you so far?
TCU losing to Northwestern State.
Yeah, that was big. That's another.
I heard like my brother goes to TCU, and he's all in on football right now.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Everybody
that's a different story.
Everybody's
They're
down
incredible right now,
Right.
but yeah, they're supposed to be really good. But I do think that like their best player was hurt.
Yeah,
but still
I
losing.
want to say their first 3 games they've been within single digits.
Pine Bluff, they
yeah,
won by 1.
Right, which we'll see.
Yeah,
But I was surprised by Florida State. They started off the year 0-3.
yeah.
Which we will see them in our holiday tournament down in Orlando.
We play them too.
So they're on the other side.
Okay.
So just another team.
But see them in the chip.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then tonight, the big one tonight, we got number 7 Duke versus number 6 Kansas, and that is 8:30, and that one's just kind of interesting, just for the fact that with Duke, they're obviously still like a juggernaut, but it just doesn't feel like they have that same power threshold they used to have on the league, just because it's so. I don't know if it's just NIL. Maybe you guys can test that. Just like it's a lot easier to spread talent around. Yeah, sure. That's another good point.
Because I feel like a lot of these low majors too are just way better than they used to be.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of COVID. A lot of in the transfer portal thing, I think a lot of high school players went under the radar and probably went to these smaller schools and now are playing really well. But also I think people are just getting better at basketball in general.
Yeah, I agree. No, I think it does have to do something with a little transfer portal because you see a lot of these contending teams now are, going after big transfers or mid-major guys. And then some of the higher rated guys, I've seen, 4 stars now have committed to Rice, College of Charleston, schools like that where you didn't see 4 stars going to now where, kids are like, well, shoot, I'm going to, have a good freshman year and see where that takes me and go to a place where I can play. So it's interesting. But
I will say it's a lot more. It's different to watch because I remember last year I was rooting for UCLA in the tournament just because I love teams that stick together.
Right. And
you didn't see a whole lot of movement in the offseason. It didn't quite work out for them, despite them being 2 years ago doing really well with that squad. But yeah, in just today's era, just any sport really, that it's so rare to have a team that you get early on and those are your guys.
Yeah,
it's now you just never know.
Yeah,
and it feels like it's leveling the playing field. And even like you said, the talent's just so much better. Even in the NBA,
flat out,
it's just crazy. All those guys can just the worst dude in the NBA right now is absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think a part of it is the way the game has changed. Obviously, a lot centered around shooting now.
Yeah,
I think that allows maybe less athletic teams.
Yeah, that's
that
a good
have
point.
Really good shooters that may not be on the same athletic level as some of those high-rated teams, but they may be more skilled shooting the ball. And if they get hot, they can beat teams. So,
yeah, what's a good example of that last year of a team that didn't quite have the athleticism, but they were just lights out?
Davidson.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And shout out Foster Lawyer, one of my older brother Jack's former teammates at Michigan State, is going crazy. He had a 38-point triple-double. The other day,
I saw that.
And he had 30 in their first game.
I'd say
he looks like he should be your tax manager, and he's going out there getting buckets.
Right.
So
I'd say Loyola is kind of like that too,
for sure,
because they're never the most athletic team out there, but theirs isn't even just shooting; it's just good coaching.
Right.
The way that their ball movement is always just really good. In the tournament, they never run into a set half court where it looks like they're fighting the clock. They always get a pretty good shot at least. 100%. And a lot of that's just like you said, just the skill has just gotten that much better. Even if you're not the most athletic dude, you can figure out how to dribble,
definitely.
Just stuff like that. And we also got Kentucky, number 4 Kentucky, playing Michigan State right now.
I'm gonna check in on that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 6-4 right now. The game just got going. Kentucky's up. That's the only Big Ten team we got playing tonight, I believe. So we'll keep an eye on Michigan State, kind of see how that shakes out. And then I do kind of want to check out just the Big Ten standings overall right now. I'm going to look that up and see where everyone's
MSU
sitting.
might be the only team that lost currently. You got the board up.
Minnesota.
Minnesota lost?
They lost to DePaul last night. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Michigan State's, they're sitting 1-1 overall. Minnesota's 2-1. So yeah, those would be the only teams right now in the Big Ten with a loss already.
We'll start getting these Big East matchups with it.
Yeah.
I think Iowa plays Seton Hall tomorrow. It's an interesting one because Shaheen, speaking of the tournament with St. Peter's.
Oh yeah.
They weren't a big team at all. 6'7" was their center or whatever, but they just played extremely hard and executed. And Shaheen's a good coach, so yeah, really good team.
Who'd they get knocked out by last year?
Let's see, North Carolina.
Yeah,
okay, they lost North Carolina, but they took down Kentucky, Purdue,
Purdue,
just monsters.
I couldn't believe
so
they beat Purdue. That was the one that drove me insane the most.
Too.
Like, if you're Purdue, what are you doing?
I know.
You have like probably the best, just the way that team was set up for Purdue, just
For
the
sure.
Giants they have. It's like that's. I think they got outboarded in that game too, which was the craziest thing.
Well, those guys are
I thought they were maybe the best team in the country last year.
Yeah,
just on paper.
Yeah,
they were unreal.
Yeah, they were tough.
That was probably one of the biggest surprises, St. Peter's. And then, I mean, do you guys see what that school looked like too?
Oh yeah,
there's like
the dorms, like and everything.
Terrible. And I was reading stories like they had games they had to cancel because like a water pipe,
right,
a waistline busted in the middle of a game, and they're like, sorry, the game's canceled.
Oh yeah, just things like that where it's like it's insane to think that they got all the way there. But
I'd imagine they got some nice money to revamp.
Oh
it
yeah,
after that. I'd hope.
I think they did. Yeah.
And then other than that, in the Big Ten, so we'll kind of keep an eye on Michigan State, but let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there any other big college games that are going on that we should probably hit on before we switch subjects?
I think I looked right before there. I don't think there really is, to be honest. My boy, I used to, so I played at Peru State, and one of my teammates is now a GA at Winthrop, and they got Auburn tonight. So yeah, good luck to him. Shout out Isaac Simpson. So
yeah.
I'm also going to check this girls because we got
we got great tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it hasn't started yet. I'm going to look it up right now because I want to give updates on that. That's a huge game.
21 versus 22.
Yeah, and they don't have that on TV. Like
really?
you have to buy it.
Wow.
That's such a whiff.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What?
They're both rated in the top 25, I believe, right now.
What's on Big Ten Network? Is it like a Big Ten Big East game or something?
I think so. I don't know what the hell they're showing, but I remember on my way in, I heard DP just ranting about it. So I was like,
that's no good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game though. 21 versus 22.
Yeah, no, in-state, love it.
The girls look good though. I mean, I watched their game against their last game. I think Houston Baptist, but I don't think they played very well. But they still destroyed them. Like,
well, it was the first game where every single one of the girls had a three.
That's crazy.
So, like that's
I've never seen anything like that.
No.
So it actually tipped off already. So right now, slow start for Nebraska. It's 7-16 with only 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Creighton's up. So we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, we got 20. It's 22 Nebraska actually. I thought it was 21 and 20 Creighton Blue Jays for girls basketball. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one through the show and kind of give you guys updates because, like I said, that's the one that I can't believe they don't have on TV.
Yeah,
that's a huge matchup for girls basketball.
At least put on like the local news, maybe.
Yeah, something like it's got to be
for Nebraska people to watch.
Yeah, but they're off to both teams are off to a 2-0 start. That's kind of how it goes in college basketball. You got to wait a little bit before you really see teams get tested.
For sure. Occasionally,
you mix in an early one. Let's get to the text line. Let's see. Someone says go Big Red, and then shout out to Gavin. He's like, congrats on the 2-0 start. So keep those coming in. Hit up the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685, or we'll take calls as well. Hit up the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Same number, 402-464-5685. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at for college basketball. I suppose we probably dive in real quick to your guys' start. What do you think's kind of been going well for you guys to kind of come off with the first 2-0 start under Fred Hoiberg here at Nebraska?
Yeah, I think one thing to note is kind of the resilience we've had to the teams making runs on us. Like, I think both games, start of the second half, didn't go great for us. And then we responded really well to where we had two pretty comfortable wins by the end of it. But I think just you can definitely see the difference with this team feeling more team-oriented with the way we play. And I think all of that's just leading to, those better outcomes. I don't know if we would have won those games last year when Maine cut it back. Like, that was just like Western Illinois.
Yeah.
We had a lead, and then they came back, and we just kind of got flustered. So I think this team is definitely built to handle those type of pressure moments. So I think that's one major difference.
Yeah. No, I think something to look back on was our expedition games as well. Playing a team like Shattern State to start off and then going on the road to Colorado, end up losing that one. Obviously doesn't count in the record books or whatever. But, to face adversity in an expedition game, you see Colorado just took off, number 11 Tennessee. So obviously, going to be following them there. I think they're a really, really team this year. But to face a team like that, expedition games, and then, like Sam just said, facing that adversity, Maine and Omaha coming back in the second half, and us, able to maintain, stay on top, ultimately win those games, things like that. I think it just we've faced a lot of adversity. And we're doing a good job, of handling that. But we have another big test here Thursday on the road, and they're gonna come, they're gonna fight, and we just gotta be dogs too. I think we got a lot of hard workers, a lot of gritty guys who want what's best for this program, and we're excited to go down there tomorrow. So
and one thing I think you can tell is that a lot of the guys that came from winning.
Absolutely.
So they know how to win games. Like Sam Griesel, the first game I really watched him play was they ended up losing, but it was North Dakota State versus South Dakota State where they were not supposed to win that game. But he went crazy down the stretch.
Like,
just took over the game, and I was like, this guy's a gamer. I told my dad after that game that we should get him. Yeah, if he enters the portal and end up working out 100%. To where he did enter the portal, and we got him. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and you see that late game too, like with him, he's composed. He's never sped up.
Yeah.
And like he said, down the stretch when he's the ball's in his hand, we're comfortable with it. And we have a lot of trust in him, and the guys are handling pressure down the end of the stretch of the game. So.
Yeah, I will say Sam's a lot more athletic than I realized.
Too. Oh yeah, very athletic.
I started with that poster dunk early on, and I was like, okay, this guy he's got a little more to it than I realized.
Yeah,
because he's he's 6'7", right? About up there. But yeah, and like he just kind of has it does it all kind of package. Like there's not a lot of weak spots in this game. Even like defense, I wondered if that'd be, and like he's pretty locked in. He knows how to use his length.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And then one thing I just as like a fan watching you guys, just your guys' effort on the glass and getting on the break. I still think that's room to grow, and that's probably for every team early on as you're trying to work into that basketball shape. But that's one thing I noticed. You guys just seems like a lot more aggressive on getting the board and getting out.
Sure.
And you have guys in there that are definitely set the tone. I mean, we've mentioned them before. Some of those guys that are just really aggressive in practice. Who do you think's like stepped up so far in those regards in terms of just hitting the glass? Obviously, the best answer is the whole team.
Yeah.
But are there any standouts right now?
I mean, obviously, Jawan. He's been doing it
before.
And like that's one thing that we really expected him to do, and he's killed it. But someone who's really stood out to me is Denham Dawson.
Yeah.
He's been getting a couple offensive boards a game, just flying in there, playing really good defense. Hit a 3 last game.
Yeah.
And had that poster dunk.
Right.
But he's playing really well. I'm really proud of him. But he especially has stood out to me on the boards.
100%. Yeah, those two, I think they jump off. Obviously Denham, the few key offense rebounds too late. Things like that. Jawan, that's another thing. They're good rebounders on both ends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They can go up and grab with two. That's been a main focus. Grabbing two hands. And valuing the ball. And, that's another possession. That we get another chance to score. And so, having those two has just been huge for us. So,
well, that's like another thing that, like what you were saying, when you guys are doing a better job sustaining those hot streaks teams are going on. I feel like a lot of last year, it was like you would finally get a miss and they're cooling off. But if you can't secure that board is crucial.
Yeah.
Shut off the valve, and then you can get that stop and finally get the ball moving. But go ahead, Sam. I cut you off just there.
Well, I mean, and people probably in the back of their minds a little bit since we're 2-0, but we don't have Derek, who might be our best rebounder. Right. So that's going to help us even more. And I mean, Derek, I think this team is really going to surprise some people once we get him back. He's our second point guard, basically.
Yeah,
like he's one of the best facilitators on the team, can score and defend. So I think once we get him back, we're going to look pretty good.
100%. Yeah, you did it right. He's a legit point guard. Another point guard out there.
Not handling the ball, but how he passes.
But how he passes, his vision, one of the best passers in the league. And then I do want to give credit also because I just noticed this last night that Blaze had 12 rebounds.
Yeah.
And he the season opener, he didn't have his best game, but showed much improvement in rebounding, and that's big, and we're going to need that moving on. So,
yeah, I will say it's must have. I mean, you have to secure those rebounds to get those stops.
Yeah,
especially those late game situations. You can't be messing around with offensive rebounds. It takes, like, when you got to play defense that long, they put up 2 clanks and you're running around still trying to. It's obviously not like the NBA where you're running over screen after screen after screen, but at the same time, you still got so much ground to cover. But that's just been huge. So let's just, hopefully the trend continues. And with this team, I feel pretty good. And like you said, Derek Walker, what he was doing in the second half of the season is what really got a lot of people excited. And the fact that I know when he said he was coming back, I mean, that shot everyone's, win ratio up for Nebraska.
Sure.
It's like, because he's huge. Yeah. And he showed a lot of it towards the end of the year when he had to step up more. A lot of high elbow stuff as well. I know.
Yeah, I mean, that was strictly because we were trying to play more through him, that he had that jump in gameplay. And that's our whole offensive plan this year, is to play through Derek. So,
okay. Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Because he showed good leadership too, I want to say. Like throughout that, late part of the season where you guys were starting to catch a little bit of fire there, a lot of it just like it felt like it was running through him, and he was able to, you wouldn't expect it, but the playmaking was there, and he's able to see guys cutting behind him pretty easily. He's just great at finding the open guy. So just keep the fans excited about that one. You guys got any thoughts and comments? Starter Hammond text line again, 402-464-5685. You want to talk about Nebraska basketball or even the girls playing Creighton right now? Another score update for you. It's 13-24 in the second quarter, 9 minutes to go. So we'll keep an eye on that one. They got outscored by 11 in the first. They're 2-2 in the second right now. So keep an eye on that. But let's see how much time. We might as well just go to break here. Next segment, we'll kind of talk maybe a little bit of NBA as well. But stay tuned in. We got Sam Hoiberg show here all the way up until 7 o'clock right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. We'll be back right after this break.
Are you looking for some holiday fun right in the heart of downtown Lincoln? Bring your friends and family to Lincoln's largest drive-through Christmas lights experience. This show features countless high-quality lights in vibrant colors, holiday props, and favorite characters of the season, all synchronized to music to enjoy in your car. Start a new holiday tradition this year and experience the magic of Nebraska Christmas Light Show at Haymarket Park from November 26th to January 3rd, 5 p.m. to midnight. Purchase tickets today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Tractor Supply has a new progressive pay model where team members receive 5 wage increases in the first 2 years of employment with the ability to earn up to $24 per hour. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Life is too short to constantly be in pain and do nothing about it. Why not get a massage to ease your body pains away? The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. Interested in a couples massage? The Body Shop offers those too in 1 hour or 90-minute increments. Book your appointment today or get ahead on gift giving with a gift certificate at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 9th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and Natzel.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies at times. It will be breezy and cold with a high of only 36 and a northwest wind at around 15 to 20. We may see a few snow showers drift through late this evening into tonight with a low of 18. And tomorrow, staying cold with a high of only 33. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
As a player, what do you think when your coach says they need to recruit better? Do you take it personally? You should. Go ahead, bro.
It should be personally because they're looking at a guy that wants to come in and take your spot. It only makes you play better. We need people here to push these kids to make each other better, not just come better, but they can make each other better on the field by the competition that they give each other. I think without no competition, kids get relaxed and their positions are never up for grabs.
Back to the Sam Hoiberg Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is the Sam Hoiberg Show. Appreciate you guys listening. We got this show all the way up until 7 o'clock. And then real quick from the text line we got over the break, Gene and Lincoln. I'll clean it up for him a little bit here. He said, Blaze was a bad dude the other night. And yeah, I agree. He passes the eye test on just pure hustle and just aggression out there. It's something that this Nebraska program I feel like is needed for a while. Just some dudes that are, you just got to get those dogs in there. It's so cliche to say, but when you see it, you know what it is.
Absolutely.
Like your Patrick Beverleys, your guys like that are, they might bug some other people on the other team, but you're just happy to have them on your side.
Yeah.
But real quick, we want to get to NBA here and kind of go on some early season reactions and what we're thinking.
Yeah.
You got a team?
Yeah. So shout out Ty Lue. I'm a Clippers fan.
Okay.
I'm LA everything. I'm Rams, Dodgers. It's tough Rams here right now. Don't want to talk.
Wait,
about
why are you at LA everything? Is there
so my dad is a big Dodgers fan, and so like growing up it was Dodgers everything, like UCLA, like everything LA. He lived there for a little while or whatever. So yeah, he just basically made me LA everything. So
that's the way to do it though, because
Yeah.
then if you go you go down there for the weekend, you can go visit
Right.
all your
Catch a
favorite
Dodgers game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Because I'm the same. I'm like Chicago. I just go all in on
Okay,
Chicago.
see, yeah.
The only team I go Cardinals for MLB, but I don't watch a ton of
Okay.
MLB. But that's just family reasons why I'm a Cardinals fan. But yeah, we'll stay away from the Rams. I couldn't tell you what's happening.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Clippers right now, we might as well start with them because they're doing a lot better than their associate down there in LA. They're sitting at 8-6 right now. Still no Kawhi.
Yeah.
The Kawhi is always interesting. He always comes into the season. Everyone's like, this is the best player in the world right now. And then you kind of forget about him because he's injured or whatever. And he is, been pretty injury prone for a while now. And then he comes back. And then you remember again why Kawhi Leonard's Kawhi Leonard. I still remember the Mickey Mouse finals where he wasn't quite in the finals. You hate that, but I love it. That's my favorite thing to say because I just want to discredit LeBron and the Lakers. But you know what? They won. Even though they voted not to be there.
Right.
Them and
And
the
then
Clippers.
right.
But yeah, I still remember
rigged.
that finger block you had where just one finger where you
Yeah.
blocked it at the rim.
It
It
was
was
insane.
insane.
It was insane.
But yeah, they're sitting 8-6 right now. They finally picked up a win to break their losing streak. So they're sitting at 8-6. Let's see here. They are at home they're 3-4, and then they're actually better on the road, sitting at 5-2, which, you know, that always kind of surprises me. For some reason, I feel like the Clippers are always a better road team.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just because there's so many Laker fans in that area. It feels better to get out of there.
True, yeah.
But then, they're, like I said, they're associate down there. Lakers sitting at 3-10. There's just not a lot to say about that team. I don't see a way out of the tunnel. Do you guys?
Trades.
Yeah.
Who are you trading?
That's the problem. There's not a lot of trade value.
You got to trade AD or LeBron.
Yeah. And it's not going to be LeBron. So
No.
I think it's going to be AD. So, yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Russ is playing a little better. I'll say that. He has a little bit.
He's leading the team in 3-point percentage right now.
That's when it got quiet.
I think it's like 35.
His trade value might be going up a little bit now, though. He's playing better.
Yeah.
And I feel like people can, I feel like if he was in a different team, he'd be doing much better.
Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely picked it up since he became the sixth man.
For sure.
And I feel like his value may be going up. So if it all comes down to it, he could definitely be traded, I think.
I still think if you're going to trade him, though, that you're going to have to give up a pick with it.
Yeah,
because that's just a big contract.
100%, yeah.
And like no one's gonna want that. They're gonna want to win the trade for sure. If you're just trying to clear cap space, which is kind of where the Lakers are at. They're just in a terrible cap situation, and like they just don't have a ton of answers. I don't know.
Tank for Wemby,
right?
That's the one.
That's what half the
way
league's
out.
doing right now.
He's unreal.
Yeah,
oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
So how tall is he?
7'4". I think he's legit 7'4" because I saw a video of him next to Rudy.
Yeah.
Gobert.
Yeah.
He's
legit. Yeah, he's a 7'4".
He's a fluid 7'4" too. He's not like the Rudy Gobert.
Not like a KD 7'4".
No.
Yeah, exactly. He moves like KD.
Yeah.
It's insane. So yeah, maybe just tank for him.
Right.
He might be that guy.
No, actually, I think though I read that the Pelicans have that pick, and so
that's right.
So if they tank, then the Pelicans, which is
what a
crazy.
perfect recipe for the Pelicans.
Right.
You're sitting in here looking at the Lakers, just licking your chops. You had no idea they were going to be this bad. They probably saw that Russ trade and they're like, this could work out for us. Because if they get that pick, you're looking at the Pelicans with Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas, CJ McCollum,
Herb Jones.
Yeah, Herb Jones. You got
Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
Hey, holding it down.
Great pickup.
Is he playing much?
Oh yeah,
he still gets minutes.
He paid him this offseason.
Yeah. So the Pelicans to me are a sleeper. They kind of came out a little slower than I thought. They're sitting 7-6 right now, but I mean, you look at the Warriors; they're 6-8. Timberwolves, I think they messed up with that Rudy Gobert trade.
Oh, 100%.
I don't like it at all.
100%.
Who do they give up again?
Malik Beasley, Walker Kessler,
and then a bunch of picks.
A bunch of picks.
Like I think like 4 picks.
Yeah, that because I don't think they're going very far with that.
Yeah, I think it was Pat Bev too. But no, my thing is that they lost so many, pieces to what was a playoff team.
Yeah.
And then you bring in another big man, and then I think Ant has like 1 dunk on the year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have 2 big men down there, and Anthony Edwards is a great player, and to clog up the lanes like that, it's not working.
No, I felt like you said, like I 100% agree. They're in a must-win window.
100%.
That team to me wasn't ready for a must-win window. They were just getting to the playoffs. Let's work on that consistency.
Young core.
Yeah, I mean you got there, and now you can continue to kind of get some other role players and then kind of figure it out. But they went all in with Rudy Gobert. Now they're in a situation where you got D'Lo on a heavy contract, you got Cat on a heavy contract, you got you're gonna pay Ant in a matter of time, and then you got Rudy Gobert now as well. So there's not a lot of cap room. You're gonna be in a situation where you're gonna have to trade guys again if you want to get better. I hated the trade and the picks way too much, and I actually thought they should have kept Pat Bev.
Right,
he did a lot for them.
Does a lot,
definitely.
He won him in for that play-in.
Right.
Where
he was up on the.
They played "We Are the Champions."
Yeah, they're crying and stuff. That was hilarious.
That was great. But the Warriors 6-8. What are you guys feeling about? Are you kind of surprised by them?
I read that they're 6-8 right now. I think they said they were 6-1 on the road and they're 0-7 at home or something. Or flip around maybe. They're 0-7 away. Yeah, excuse me, 0-7 away. And I don't think they've won a road game. So they're struggling.
Yeah, they are. They're 6-1 at home, 0-7 away.
Yeah,
wow. I did not realize that.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat. But I don't know what's going on.
Is Draymond healthy?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He hasn't played for a minute yet, I don't think.
And,
he's huge, obviously.
Yeah, Jordan's playing good. Clay's, I don't think His
Clay's off to a rough start.
Struggling.
Yeah,
he's struggling.
He's kind of like last season.
Yeah,
real icy to start out the gates. But that's another team that I'm just like not super worried about.
Definitely
if we get closer to Christmas time and they're still sitting in the play-in spot, then I maybe look at them a little different. They're still playoff bound.
Yeah.
But I just wouldn't know what their ceiling would be. As far as surprises go, one of my favorite teams, Trailblazers, number one, tied number one with the Nuggets, 9-4 right now. Damian Lillard, he's just phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
he's got to be one of my favorite point guards out there.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites. My freshman year of high school, he was I was number 0. I had Damian, I had Lillard's on. I had his mohawk. I had it was.
You had the hawk too?
I had everything. Yeah, Damian was that guy. Still is that guy. But yeah, no, the Trailblazers, they're just a solid team, and then they actually have a really good young core behind them. You know, with Shaden Sharp and Anthony Simons, him and Keon Johnson. Like they got some good pieces.
How about the Jazz though?
Yeah, wow, Laurie. Yeah,
I knew this was gonna happen, like because he was very good when my dad was at the Bulls.
I'm so sad that the Bulls got rid of him now. I was for it at the time, and now in hindsight, it's like, damn, should have just gave him more time.
Yeah. I think he would have been this good quicker if he played for my dad, because I think he had a really good system for him. For sure. And like he had games like where he had like 38 and 10 as a rookie.
Right.
It was on Porzingis when he was still with the Knicks, and he was playing really well.
Right.
But yeah, I saw this coming. I was surprised to see him struggling for a while, but I'm really happy for him.
The biggest thing with your dad and the Bulls for me was I never felt like they had a roster that was ever going to work.
Definitely not.
Like it was always a roster, and it's like, well, you can't really expect this team to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
they don't have anyone.
The playoffs that they made, we were up 2-0 on the Celtics.
Yep.
Rondo was playing out of his mind. I think he had 2 triple doubles. Then he broke his thumb, so he was out the rest of the series. We had Isaiah Cannon starting at point guard in the playoffs.
Murray State.
No offense to Isaiah Cannon, but I mean that's not
Rondo,
a starting playoff point guard.
No.
And that was when Rondo was still he was still a big time player.
He was our best player in the playoffs to that point, like playing
he had
really
been there
well
and everything.
Yeah, and he was killing it. And then he was out, and we lost 4 straight.
That's really the playoffs, though. You find a guy, you just need one, because it's too good. Games are going to 100 points.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. You always just need a bailout guy. Like teams are way too good that you're gonna have those late game possessions where the defense is just airtight. All those guys are athletic enough to, find and cover someone, where you're gonna need just a ridiculous shot like a guy like Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, your stars of the league, to just do something insane. Steph Curry, just make a bucket out of nowhere. So when you lose a guy like Rajon Rondo, who's kind of been that engine for your team, and you have to find, Cannon to do that for you, wherever else, it just makes it that much harder. And then one real quick here, John in Cortland says, NBA, have a great season, Sam. Oh, I think he's out on NBA. That's all right, John in Cortland. I hope you guys defend, block, out rebound, and put it on everyone. Go Big Red. Just kick everyone's, we'll say tail. Clean it up a little bit for him. So appreciate that, John in Cortland.
We'll try to do that for you.
Yeah, right.
But as far as the Utah Jazz, that's another team I just don't know what you do now. If you're management, you looked at this as a tank and rebuild, and now you're got to reevaluate the whole situation.
Yeah. No, that is it. Danny Ainge, who's yeah. There's a meme going around with him, looking all like, what now? Like, I didn't know I just created this, solid team, and so I don't know what you do. I think you keep winning.
Yeah, you keep trying to win, obviously, and then if it doesn't go well, then you can maybe start going tank mode. But
Utah
Utah
in the playoffs is a tough place to win too. They're the organization that's very supportive, and they love their Jazz. So I mean, for sure.
Yeah, and then we got Grizzlies leading the Pelicans right now. Actually, those guys are into the first quarter, 17-12. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. And then there's the obvious teams, Bucks in the East sitting at 10-3. The only surprise there is that they still don't have Chris Middleton, and they're totally fine, just running everything through Giannis. He's just insane.
Yeah,
his usage rate is up there. I think on top of the league, it's Luka, and I think it's Giannis, and then I think it's Jokic. Those 3, and for him, Giannis, to continue to do that and make it look effortless too.
Yeah, right.
He's just the build that you don't even have to worry about him getting hurt.
No,
he's just a freak.
Yeah. No,
who do you guys think will be the MVP this year? Early pick.
And that's a tough one.
Mine is Luka.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna want to switch it up. I feel like Giannis may be deserving.
Yeah, no, he's gonna.
But I feel like Luka's gonna win it this year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. If the Bucks keep doing what they're doing right now, which I think they're the best team in the league right now, it's gonna be tough for him not to, just because again his usage and everything. But Luka's Luka.
He's off to a cold start though.
He is. He had a little good stretch there.
Mm-hmm.
Now
he's still averaging 30. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just efficiency wise,
efficiency,
it's not what he's used to.
Yeah, right. It's kind of similar to like it reminds me of Harden at Houston.
Yeah.
Just a lot of ISO. It works, but I'll be interested to see how that works.
And just wait for him to get hot. He's going to start.
Yeah.
Having stretches where he's averaging near 40.
Yeah, he's done it before.
So. He's a playoff scare too.
Yeah, I'm a Clippers fan, so trust me, I know. Ran into him a couple times already. So.
But for MVPs, I'd say Giannis. I would.
He's got to be leading right now.
I'd imagine so. I don't even know if they have any votes out.
I think if there was, Jason Tatum has been a high talks because I think
they're in the number one in the East right now.
Yeah, I think he's the number one or number two most efficient player in the league, while averaging close to 30 or something like that. So and number one in the East. So yeah, Tatum, he's fun to watch.
That's probably got to be the best duo right now in the league.
Yeah,
Celtics.
That's tough. That's super tough.
They can either of those guys can drop 40 plus points.
Yeah. I saw the other night each of them had 35, 37. It's like you're not going to beat them doing that.
That's the only reason I wouldn't want to say Jason Tatum is that it's a little bit of a duo. So as opposed to Luka or Giannis, where it's pretty much the shows through them. Kind of same thing with Jokic winning the back-to-back MVPs.
For sure.
But we got to get to another break here. We'll keep this conversation going. We got one more segment on the Sam Hoiberg Show all the way up until 7 o'clock. Appreciate you guys listening. This is 93.7 The Ticket on ticketfm.com. We'll be back right after this break.
Hi, I'm Steve Carper, and I'm here to tell you that there's never been a better time to buy flooring. Whether you need carpet, wood flooring, ceramic tile, area rugs, or custom blinds, you got to come to O Street Carpet. With our 12-month interest-free financing, you can do one room or your whole house and leave your holiday budget intact. And with our huge in-stock selection, you can buy today and we'll install it right away. 1732 O Street. We want to make you a customer for life.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill. Brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 9th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Join DP and Jay Foreman for Old School Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus. The guys will be broadcasting from the Barred Owl Patio Bar on the top floor. Come see the best views in town with great drinks on Thursday from the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, then Bliker with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
You already know what your New Year's resolution is going to be. Get fit, lose weight, build muscle. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is here to help. Get the new year started off right with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. And this Black Friday, you can get in with the best price of the year. Join the Winter 10-Week Challenge for just $199. That's over half off the regular price. Head to fxblincoln.com to sign up to be reminded when the sale goes live and to get exclusive early access. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill, or now at their brand new location at 70th and Vine.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From clear to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies at times. It will be breezy and cold with a high of only 36 and a northwest wind at around 15 to 20. We may see a few snow showers drift through late this evening into tonight with a low of 18. And tomorrow, staying cold with a high of only 33. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to the Sam Hoiberg Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Kane is from building.
All right, welcome into the last segment of the Sam Hoiberg Show. I'm Harrison Arns running the board, and of course, we got the host, Sam Hoiberg, as well. A real quick score update here on Nebraska and Creighton girls basketball, 28-45 at halftime. So a bit of a slow start for the Huskers, but plenty of time left. It looks like Creighton was just pretty hot to start off the first half here. So hopefully they cool off a little bit here, Nebraska, and get some stops, get some momentum going. That's really going to be their way to win in this one. They're going to have to hope for Creighton to kind of cool down. But with basketball, you just really never know. Teams just have those perfect storm kind of nights. So they got plenty of season left. They're still sitting 2-0. So let's hope for a win here, but they are down at half. But before we go, we want to kind of preview Nebraska basketball's boys next game. They got St. John's, and Sam was kind of telling us they like to put a lot of pressure on other teams. And currently they are sitting, they beat Merrimack. I think I'm saying that right. Merrimack,
yeah.
Yeah, Merrimack. They beat them 97-72. Lafayette, they beat them 83-68. And they're playing Central Connecticut right now, and it's 40-36. So they're up at halftime on that one. So they might be 3-0 by the time you guys get to them. What's kind of the scouting report on St. John's?
Yeah, I mean, the first and foremost thing is the pressure is just like they're all New York, like basically all New York guards. And we have one Q on our team is a New York guard, and they all have that same mentality, just dog mentality, play super hard, very scrappy. So they're going to press. We're going to have to handle the pressure. And I think that in the long run, this game is going to help us out for dealing with pressure in general. Because this might be the biggest pressure we'll face all year, but it's gonna be a tough test. But if we can handle it, I think that it's a really good sign.
Yeah, no, I think our coaches and our scout team have done a great job preparing and kind of simulating that pressure that we will see. Like he said, they're New York guards, they're New York players, so they're up in you. It's physical, and we're doing our best to try to simulate that and prepare for us. But that doesn't change our style of basketball. We still got to play our brand of basketball, and that's worked so far, and we're not going to change that. So,
yeah, I'll be curious to see kind of the defense on those guys, what it's going to look like. Because like you said, they like to press just based off their first 3 games. They're scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, I think in their first game, they had 29 turnovers and they scored 97 points.
Yeah.
So they're playing a fast game and looking to turn you over and get buckets from the press and just get out and run.
I feel like teams like that, though, if you can stay calm throughout that, I mean, it puts them at such a disadvantage at times, too.
Definitely. Yeah, they can definitely throw them off. I mean, like our coaches have been saying, like, if you show them you can handle it, they're going to have to back off a little bit, and that's going to fluster them because they want to play that fast-paced game. And if you let them get into it, you turn it over at the start, it's going to be a long night. So
that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to get sped up. They want you to be uncomfortable. If you show that, they're not going to want to continue to defend and everything like that. They're going to get frustrated. So we just got to, like I said, play our brand of basketball and do what we've been doing. So.
Yeah, and like you said, St. Peter's, that was a New York school too, right?
Yeah, that was a New York.
Yeah, and look at the way those guys played. It makes total, and that entire team, all New York guys.
Yeah, Q knew those guys too.
Q knew Q knows all these.
Q played with a lot of these guys on St. John's.
So yeah, that makes sense because that's what they did. They were just all over the damn court, and they were, because like we're talking, they beat Purdue, and they were way undersized in just about every position, but they sped Purdue up, a team that does not like to be sped up at all, and they made them speed it up. They couldn't really get into their sets. So yeah, I think the keys for this one are definitely just going to be show you can handle the pressure,
take care of the ball for sure.
And then that'll just, like you said, they're incredibly frustrating for a team that does that, because then they're giving up layups at the other end. And you really want to keep pressing the team when you're just giving up layups all night,
open threes and etc. So
I mean, we have guys that have played that style, like CJ's from New Jersey. He's played against those types of players. So I mean, Sam is very, very hard to get sped up. Like being on scout team, trying to speed him up, like, it's very difficult to do. So hopefully we'll be able to handle it.
Yeah,
I think we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And that game is Thursday, November 17th. So this Thursday, the tip-off is at 5:30 at St. John's too, I believe, right? On the road at St. John's. Yeah, so that'll be on the road, but definitely stay tuned in for that game, because that'll be a good test for you guys and a good test for St. John's as well. I don't know if they've been a team like you guys yet that can, that doesn't get caught up in, running up the court, like a madman, playing to their style of game. So that'll be a good one. Like I said, Thursday, 5:30 tip-off, Nebraska basketball men. Just be sure to tune in for that. But I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. This is the Sam Hoiberg Show. Thanks for all the listeners out there. That's it for us. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.